wait for people to funnel in. Maybe.
Yeah. Say that all the time, but if this is in and out and quick, that'd probably be all right too.
True.
Could use to give myself a good night's sleep. I was half hoping there'd be a fucking 8 shows up, so I could start picking and choosing what matches to watch.
Oh, I wish.
It's not fucking believable. It's like it's really astonishing.
Oh, that's interesting. They're posting AI storylines in Discord. I'm like, I never even thought about that.
Oh yeah. I'm not a big fan of the AI. It's just plagiarism with fancy words in between it.
That's what the internet is. I'm pretty sure.
It was a place to bitch about people and share porn.
Well, yes, and cat pictures. But I'm pretty sure that's one of the rules of the internet. If you've ever had a thought and you thought about posting that on the internet, someone else has already posted that thought.
Oh, but that's why it's better just to stay ignorant and don't follow anything else. Because that way, if you come up with the idea, it's untainted and it's your idea. It's not your fault. Someone else, The Simpsons, already did it.
Do we? I don't know if we just wanted to go through that like pay-per-view level show, but do we even need to talk about this stupid Rumble? Do we need to talk about any of their Rumbles ever?
No, I think I was gonna I like whenever they grab the mic. I thought maybe I'd play Suzu and you could play your ladyship.
Oh, that's fun.
And maybe just for like completionists, just maybe the orders of eliminations and who won. I mean, there's nothing else to recap other than I think.
I don't even care.
Well, well, you don't really care about anything.
But why am I gonna put over a Rumble that I hate? Because they're dumb.
Okay, then I agree. Skip the Rumble.
Well, don't skip the Suzu and the Sakurai. That's the only good part about the Rumble.
There's a couple Kishikashis.
Yeah. But there was also a couple of giant, super strong Stardom women, so it kind of balances out.
Yeah, those. At least the strong machines don't win anymore.
Oh. 1 second. Then I'm ready.
Hi, everybody. Dream, Hendrix, Riley,
Hello.
Kevin, Juno, two Utami's. Riley. Already said
Riley.
Hendrix just called you out for having to leave your post to go get some moonshines.
I always have moonshines.
Yeah, it's not like you have to keep it in the fridge. It's always under the desk. Duh.
Ew, I can't even imagine refrigerating it. That just sounds like sacrilegious.
So yeah, it might actually taste good.
No, it won't.
You ever? I don't know. Well, I mean, it's not gonna taste good, but you ever freeze a shitty booze or even a good booze? Like if you freeze some Captain, boy, is that make a nice smooth shot.
I like to throw Jolly Ranchers in whatever alcohol I have and then try to freeze it. Try to make a slushy.
I was actually gonna ask you, is that it's funny, I noticed that uh doing the last editing or two shows ago. Like, is that why your moonshine is blue? Did you throw a pound of Jolly Ranchers in it to be able to drink it?
I should.
At this part, it's one part booze and 45 part Jolly Rancher.
Can you blame me?
Oh no, not at all.
You're gonna have to keep me on track though, because all I really want to talk about is Lady C. She's been going buck
Actually,
wild.
that might not really be a bad idea because uh I'm 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 starting to waver on her. So I suppose
This giant nerd is fucking Yoshi Joshi's been going buck wild lately. you
all right.
you send her to one Comic-Con. You know what I think happened? Um, Utami's been in a bad mood lately. I think Lady C dropped off the kids with her, and she went off and has been partying.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stardom Fan Podcast, the only podcast willing to take an open beverage from Tam Nakano. I'm Mark,
I'm Juno.
and today we would love to talk about Fight Week. However,
We can't.
thank you. We can't. It is May 8th. Fight Week has literally come and gone, and Stardom World has not uploaded anything. However, we have had the luxury of being able to watch the pay-per-view of Fight Week, if you will, the big show, the main event on May 4th, the Stardom Legends of Fukuoka Goddesses 2023 show. So we're going to talk a little about that, I believe. Unless you have some Lady C stuff you want to say.
Yeah, the only part about Fight Week I've been able to see has been like what they post on Twitter. I'm looking at the world's greatest choke slam right now. Oh yeah. Let me share that with you too. I forget to do that sometimes. I share with the entire world, but not you. The
It's all
world's
good.
greatest choke slam.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to so you're trying to convince me that to still love Lady C.
No, but you
I
do.
don't Wow, she turned into a comedy wrestler who loses to Waka. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, but
Like I'm glad that
yeah,
it's
but
there's for the next power ranking so I can come down off this cliff.
yeah, but she gets drunk on airplanes and then plays with toys.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's
she's still my type of lady, just not my type of wrestler right now.
but but she likes I've been debating with people if I think this is a root beer float. She's a good lady. Some people have been saying it's alcoholic in nature, but I don't buy it. Never seen a root beer float before.
Hot for teacher.
So she gets. Oh, I think that looks. Is this at where is this at? Is this a Harry Potter world? I think it's at Harry Potter world. Hell yeah. She's what do Muggles drink?
No, not muggles. The wizards drink the butter beer, you
Oh
weirdo. Don't you know
no, I don't.
anything?
No, this is what I know about. Welcome to the Stardom Fan Lady C podcast. I know that she likes Mario. This is they're killing us, dude. On our serious note, they're killing us. As much as I love Lady C and I could scroll through her Twitter for days, I shouldn't have to. I should be able to talk about wrestling.
The funny thing about Fight Week is when they upload it, they're gonna upload like everything. So at least can be picky and choosy. And be like, you know what? I'm just not gonna watch Nene this week. So there's 3 hours cut off. You
True.
know what? We probably don't have to watch the Azumi matches. There's another hour cut off. So we'll be able to jump through it pretty quickly. But
You
I
know,
know the
we
past it's going on quite the streak of complaining about the actual Stardom World website, which is sort of a bummer considering the wrestling's been great.
always great.
They used to have a like if there's a show on the weekend, we'd be watching it by Tuesday or Wednesday. But a whole week of shows come and gone, that just seems insane.
Fight week. A whole week of shows. Literally. Not there was a
And
show
they're
they
over.
yeah, not a show they happened to miss. I think Lady C, yeah. Lady C and her tag team partner kidnapped Starlight. That's the highlight of my week.
Well, good. Well, if that's your news and
Or
reviews and
yeah.
a little bit of your boobs, how did she get Starlight?
Um she's probably talking some shit and they picked her up and carried her away. Well,
Oh,
obviously.
obviously. I like was that Comic-Con show in the middle of this for Fight Week 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, see that was a fun little match they had last year too. Yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff to talk about when we can get around to it. But in the meantime, are you into talking going through the Stardom Legend show from the 4th of May? Spoiler to anyone in the chat that isn't following along or hasn't got a had a chance to watch it, but it's the only show from this week we were able to get our hands on, if you will.
Yeah, it just happened to be a pay-per-view.
Yeah, yeah, but it's funny because when I was going through the Fight Week lineup last week, I was actually um, pretty excited about this May 4th show. So I'm glad that this is the one to watch. For a refresher, this is the one with the white belt main event, Mina versus uh, Natsupoy is the challenger, and the tag belts are on the line on this show. FWC getting a chance, so it was a it was good stuff.
Since we've got not, yeah, we could talk about the show. Since we got not much going on, this might also be the only time I could talk about. Oh, I could complain about Stardom World some more. Like they don't do the pre or post match promos anymore unless you're my fair lady. So the only way you can get your what's going on in Stardom is by Twitter. This might be my only time to talk about what the hell is happening with Tam and other Tam. Oh, that's kind of hard to decipher. Basically, Tam is a lunatic. As well,
Excuse me.
Tam's a lunatic, right? Like,
Yeah, I think that's what I'm starting to love about her.
but she's like more insane. She's gonna get herself kicked off Twitter, I think. Everyone's a bot. It's all a conspiracy. Everyone's
She's
reported.
Am I allowed to say this on YouTube? She's literally turning into like a Trump or something. She's like, everyone's against me. Everything's a lie.
Yeah. There's a fake Tam, and if you if you even mention her on Twitter, she's like, "Well, obviously, I'm the real Tam, so that means you're an AI, you're fake, you're reported."
Oh, you know what? This is actually a great segment. Because if I mean I can't be the only one in the world that doesn't do social media, so like I don't know any of this stuff. So yeah, anything you got. Weren't you saying something along the lines of not only is the real Tam sort of going crazy, but fake Tam is like answering like interviews or doing real Tam stuff?
Yeah, I can go through and try to.
Yeah, if you got a little recap, I actually find that more interesting than most things, than news and reviews. I mean, that's some good storyline.
Um, she's also just posting pictures at this point. But while we're on that
I know we
topic,
usually don't do this until after midnight, but that's all right.
but this is what happens. They don't let me watch actual wrestling. I think she's
I mean,
a
you
dog.
guys can either hang out in the stream and watch Juno go through pictures, or you can watch some heavyweight tournament on the USA Network.
Ugh, who wants to do that? And you can be looking at.
Right choice, everybody.
Well, this just goes to how she's insane. She's like a furry now, or a cat, or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Tam.
Which one, the real one or the fake one?
Um, isn't this the? Isn't this? I don't know. Well, we're gonna get into it. I don't know who the real one is. You know, you should read. You should read Suzu and my Sakurai, but you should do it like in character, through promo.
Well, I don't have the sound off enough to try to do a Suzu voice. All right, are we done with the Tam Nakano?
No,
Is there anything
no.
else fun in the social media this week?
Besides Tam Nakano, Lady C getting lit, going crazy.
Drinking butter beer and hanging out with Mario.
Yeah. I think she was drinking at the movie theater too. She went to see the Mario movie. And she's like, I love movies and I love games and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna play games and I love movies and I love everything. I'm
Hey
like,
man, did I ever say that I love you too? Oh, she sounds like a fun drunk.
right?
All right, she's getting back up there. She's
All
still
right,
transcending. However, her wrestling's starting to piss me off.
all right. It's hard. It's hard. Hard to get into. There's something about pudding though, and I don't understand the stuff about pudding, but that's the quote unquote. If the, that's quote unquote fake Tam. I don't know who would be real Tam. Tam 2, I guess. Said something about the picture looks like an AI. It's too fake. It's malicious, and everyone needs to report it. Just because she's
That's so
posting
funny.
a thing about pudding, set Tam off. It's hard to. It's hard because you know how it's like a scavenger hunt where you can just keep going down the rabbit hole and clicking like when people go back and forth at each other. You're like, oh, and then they said this, and then they said that, and then they said this. There's really funny stuff like okay, here we go. What a Tam, the fake Tam is just she's just promoting her stuff too. Like, hey, go buy this weekly pro wrestling magazine, and then real Tam says, I don't know. I can't translate that. Fuck.
It's actually fantastic. So she's promoting the magazine that she's not really on, but she is on.
And then I think like she's posting at this one arcade. Like she's also goes places that Tam is or has been, and then posts like, "This was so much fun." And then Tam says shit like, "All right, please stop."
It is some stalker stuff.
Yeah, but that's the if you think that's the real Tam.
Oh my god! I want fake Tam to like confuse Natsupoy. All of a sudden, like Natsupoy's doing a concert with the fake Tam. Is there a fake Natsupoy? There's a big
Um,
Natsupoy.
what is this? Like right here. Yeah, this is not even for Stardom. This is just like taking a selfie next to the Meltier poster. They're doing like a Tower Records promotion. It's
It's
like
so fucking cool.
there's like a pop-up Stardom shop, and then Fake Tam goes there and it's like promoting Meltier. Oh, is she calling people pudding? Is that what that means? That probably translates a little better. Thank you for today, pudding. She's calling everyone pudding. was wondering what the pudding's about. I'm like, what is this about pudding? Don't be fooled. This is a fake. Tam is in Akibara today. That's the real me.
That's fantastic.
Oh, Natsupoy. You were just asking about it. Oh, man. What did Natsupoy say? Oh, yeah. Thank you for... she was thanking Tam for being at the Meltier event. Like, fake Tam. And then the real Tam says... There's no way you don't understand who the real Tam is. That must mean you're a fake. You're reported. Julia said something. Process translates to processing technology is sweet, which I assume she's like, yeah. Some of them are about AI. Like Tam keeps calling them AI.
That's pretty funny.
She reported Natsupoy. She reported Julia. Who else did she report? Oh, she's fucking going nuts. There was a whole thing where New Japan was in like the same for Fight Week, which is like big for New Japan and Stardom. It's like a whole week of matches, and New Japan was in the same building. I think like the day before or after Stardom. So Taichi hid like chocolates in one of the rooms like for Tam, and then if I should find that if you want some stalker shit. So Taichi and for Tam to go and batshit crazy. So Taichi hid some chocolates for Tam. Okay, here we go. It's like a whole thing. It's a treasure hunt. He had to hide them. He said last time they were found by Starlight and stolen. So apparently he did that last year, and Starlight stole the chocolates. Oh, and they're heart shaped. Aw. He's like, here they are. They're gonna be in this little closet here. And what happened? Well. Oh, Tam says, wow, I'll find your treasure. Come on, I gotta get... This is, like, great shit here. Oh, God, what happened? Oh, here we go. It's like a whole deal. She opens the same closet. She's like, and it's empty. She's like, oh, who stole the chocolate? And, I mean, I'm not going to go through search through every tweet. Oh, here, it's right here. She responded to it. Starlight and Momo found the chocolate.
That's actually pretty funny.
Like, this shit is like, if you don't on Twitter, like, you would just never know about how hilarious they are.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
And she says, I found it. I guess that means that Taichi loves Momo. I think Taichi also thought they were like the cleaning crew, or something. And then Tam said that Starlight's eyebrows are gross and she's got wrinkles.
Oh,
because she's mean. But you want to get into stalker shit? Fake Tam went out and bought the same chocolate. It's like, thank you, Taichi.
Oh, that is so funny. She's like in full makeup at all times. I wonder when the last time she was herself. You know, you hear those stories where someone like a good cop goes deep undercover, and next thing you know, he's running the gang. Like this can't be like being Tam Nakano for this long can't be healthy. I mean, it's not healthy for the real Tam. It can't be healthy for fake Tam.
True. I like how this translates. The real Tam responding to fake Tam, and fake Tam going out and buying chocolates and pretending she's in love with Taichi, which she might be. I mean, he's a cool dude. It says, it seems that Taichi's feelings are just being distributed free of charge all over the place.
Oh, no.
Apparently this is, like, more interesting. I never actually bothered to check her Twitter, the fake Tam's Twitter. I just check what real Tam responds to her. You think it's just as crazy? But basically, real Tam has reported every single one of her friends. I wonder if she responds to like people on Twitter too. Like if you respond to fake Tam, does real Tam respond to you? Like, you idiot, you're reported. obviously you're a bot. I remember. Wait, I think this one might be good. Yeah. Tam posts a cute little selfie, and the thing she said was like, "I love you the most in the cosmos," or something like that, like her idol stuff. And then fake Tam says, "This is an impersonation account. Please be careful."
so, so now fake Tam's calling real Tam fake.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And I can just go on and on and on. But yeah, you're totally right. Going back, like I think I'm gonna just want to believe she's in makeup and character 24/7.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, we had Lady C. I didn't. Well, anyone else's Twitter probably would have gotten into spoiler territory for the fight week you didn't get to watch. So, following Lady C and our favorite pair of Tam Nakanos, that was actually pretty safe. So that's good. Any Utami fun? Is this the week? Did she go back home during fight week, or is that coming up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? So that's another reason to sort of get piped up or hyped up for the uploads.
I know she kissed Myu.
Finger bang?
Mhm.
No shit. And
Yeah.
did that break the Discord and or the internet?
Probably not as much as it should.
Oh man. Well, once that's uploaded, the junkyard's gonna get really saucy.
Apparently she'll just kiss anything.
Miyu or Utami?
Oh no, what's this? Oh no, are we getting signs? Did Utami send Miyu all these roses? I don't know, she just retweeted it. I don't know who she got these roses from.
I think those are the
Suspicious.
ones that they were supposed to be sending to you.
What the fuck? They got lost in the mail? No, it couldn't have been Utami. She just hands out single roses. Yeah, there was like I guess I translated that someone recorded it backstage. I think Utami's like, "Oh man, I forgot lipstick," and Miyu's like, "Well, I got some lipstick on."
Oh. Finger bang. Hello. That's the first piece of I don't know, charisma she's ever shown, huh? She just walks around looking like an android.
Yeah, it was either really gay or they're both so straight, like they didn't even think about it.
Yeah, they're like obviously. I mean, it's the easiest way to
How-
share the lipstick.
yeah. Don't like get out the lip gloss container or whatever.
Yeah. Like there's no pockets in my gear. What are you crazy?
That's one way to do it, I guess. So that happened. This is actually way more fun for me than since there's nothing to talk about like show wise. And we could talk about it, but if this is getting boring or whatever, but I also don't want to give spoilers to people who haven't seen it yet, you know.
Who cares? There's already a warning.
True.
You think these nerds haven't found a way? They probably watched all of Fight Week already. I don't even know how to do that.
They probably went to Fight Week.
Probably, at least one of them probably went to Fight Week.
You can win a Myu Utami handmade tea bowl. That's a thing.
How do you do that?
I gotta promote. Do I gotta? Well, hell, have Mayu tell us all.
ありがとうございます。実際に初めて皆さんこんばんは。スターの大根岩谷舞です。皆さんも新日 SS の CM は見てくださいましたか？見てくれた？ありがとうございます。実際に初めて
You can go to play. You gotta play the Strong Spirits game and probably spend $10,000 for a priceless tea bowl. Number one winner in that game gets a supposedly handmade thing. which is kind of interesting, as opposed to like a T-shirt or whatever they could send you.
There's no way she really made it.
Why not? She's a multi-talented worldwide icon.
Yeah, she probably made it.
Who else do you want to know about?
I don't know if I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else is out there in the crazy world of Stardom social media.
Help me out, chat. What else is interesting? I mean, they're all weirdos, or else they wouldn't be wrestlers. So I could tell you a little bit about everybody. You know who is probably hilarious? Who I'd never look up, and I could actually understand her tweets? Mariah May. That or she probably just posts a bunch of stuff about her butt.
Yeah.
I can't tell. What about Waka? We're all about Club Venus and Cosmic Angels now, right?
Yeah, they're pretty much the two best factions. That happened in like one night. And boy, all it took was one main event to have you to cure your oh no, I'm so upset that Saya lost. Me, main event Mina is A-okay.
Well, that's because you didn't talk about who she's facing.
Man, I don't know. I mean, Natsupoy is good, but if you would have told, I don't know, well, ever, like Mina versus Natsupoy is going to tear the show down for, uh, tear the roof off this place for what, 20 minutes? It was fucking amazing. They need a week off after Fight Week because they kick the shit out of each other.
Oh, remember? You were telling me about. I saw the picture of the Tam up there. It's good enough thing as I need to throw up. Natsupoi's twins, Saori. You're like, does she ever smile?
Oh my god, I love her. I'm assuming that's her gimmick, is that she's not buying into the Cosmic Angel shit. She's not doing Delicious, any of that stuff. It's amazing.
I think this is as close as we're gonna get.
Yeah, that girl's charming. I'm really happy that it's not. Sometimes it takes a little bit for someone to catch on, but boy, I loved her first match. Well, she ended it when she got the win for the titles, and then just everything she's done since. She is a superstar in the making too.
And if you don't think that's a big improvement, or that's not like she's jovial, this is how she usually looks.
Like, how do you not smile next to these two?
Because look at them. What are they doing?
They're trying to teach her how to do Delicious.
She doesn't have a problem doing Jumbo.
Enigma V4 is the top kawaii of the cosmos. 1.
Enigma before. Do I have to say it? Is the top kawaii of the cosmos.
Yay! Thanks, Enigma.
He said, talk about Azumi.
Grab your rose. Well, now you gotta find out what Azumi did this week on the old social medias.
Is it gonna annoy me?
I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's see what Azumi's up to. You know, he already knows. Probably something that's...
While you're bringing it up, that was actually there was also a high-speed title match on the May 4th show. Good show. I skipped that match, but I'm sure it was good.
yeah, that was the bathroom break match.
I was like, this is a 3.5-hour show. I gotta trim some fat here.
She posted a picture with Akari. I don't know what else to say about Azumi. She was on the Comic-Con show. I mean...
Oh, well, that makes it a lot less good.
I don't know what else to say. What am I supposed to say?
Well, that's your $1 worth of Azumi talk. Well done. Thank you, Enigma. For $1, you can talk about his podcast.
I could.
And that's all we have to say about that. No, that's not nice. Talk for glory.
Talk for glory.
Talk for glory.
Talk.
I listened to
For.
it. He doesn't give us a shout out as much as he used to.
Yeah. Not enough smooth.
Yeah. Still waiting on more smooth.
Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna compare to Tam having meltdowns on Twitter and blocking and reporting everything.
For the third time, Jacob's asking you to check DMs.
DMs?
I guess.
Oh. Different Twitter. Stardom Fan Twitter. That's on my phone. Oh. Yeah, I could look that up. Good call. If I could find it. Oh. Do. I mean, if you're gonna ask me to look at DMs, I gotta talk about it. If I want to. I can't believe that. Does this count as a smile?
It's getting there. Maybe she could. Well, Himika's got a good smile. I was gonna say she could learn from Hanan, but
Ugh. Here, I gotta go on the other Twitter. Dang it. There is a whatever this is supposed to be Joshi Pro Wrestleru in Newark, New Jersey, that our boy Rainbow Warrior is going to.
it's
I
in
wish
Jersey. I thought he lived in California.
he's hiking.
タム中野 is the top 可愛いオブザコスモス2
That's good stuff. I hope he does another vlog. If you're gonna pimp, if this is the day where we put our friend's stuff over, Jacob Rainbow Warrior has a premiere. Looks like it starts tomorrow, and I'm assuming that's his vlog of the New Japan show at DC or whatever.
That's cool. But we also have a new top kawaii of the cosmos, and it's Tam Nakano,
Oh my God, the real one?
I think, or the fake one.
Oh, sweet. I don't even care. Thanks, Tam Nakano. $2 more for the good guys.
Yeah.
You know what? If you keep this up, you might. I was gonna have it be. I was gonna assume it was gonna be a live stream exclusive. I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, but your car got totaled. I didn't know if it was another felony or not. If we just leave it at that.
It.
I don't know if it was when you were breaking out of jail. I mean, there's a lot of questions up in the air.
I've never committed a felony.
Wait,
Yeah.
you've never been convicted of a felony?
What's the difference? Yes. I will freaking bring it up. My sweet baby.
Well, you know it had to be brought up at one point.
My sweet baby, Sheila.
Your car's name is Sheila?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. What'd you do to Sheila?
Was named Sheila.
Remember that time you told us the story of how you were off-roading and you were literally chased by people on horseback?
Yeah.
That actually still sounded more dangerous than this picture.
Well, it's not.
I assure you.
Because I can out speed a couple of horses.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. That's the first thing I said before I said to myself, well, that's got to be worth $1 on coffee.
Yeah. Bummer.
That is a bummer. But you're okay. No scrapes. You know, you deserve a shot of moonshine for that. Sharing your poor picture.
Yep.
Now for the real train wreck, Suzu Suzuki.
yeah. Go for it. Or are we doing
Well-
it together? I kind of want you to do it.
Well, Suzu,
Hey, other people name their cars. Hendrix named his car Maverick.
yeah. I named mine Roach.
Every car is named Roach, like The Witcher. I know you get to see Saki in person. I was jealous. I was trying to no sell it. That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's a good one.
That's really cool. That's the only reason I wanted to go. I don't
There's
even
a lot
care.
of Maki Ito fans in America because apparently she told someone to fuck off and like on Twitter. So that's one way to get over.
Yeah, apparently people like that.
I like swearing. I like swearing as much as the next guy. Well, here we go. Do you want to play around with this show? I know there's at least an Archon Blade who hasn't seen it, which might make spoilers, but
I want you to do the Suzu Sakurai promo.
all right. Well, I mean, no one really cares about a battle royal, so it's the normal shenanigans. For the most part, it sucks. Saki Kashima saves it by Kishikashing like everyone that doesn't matter. Um, the muscle machines show up, Tenjin Mask shows up, and then it's garbage until the last two in the ring happen to be Suzu and Mai Sakurai. With the big news being like, oh, is Mai Sakurai gonna repeat shitty Rumble wins? Or is Suzu, the newest Stardom signee, gonna like? Is this how she gets over? And she ended up pinning her. Suzu like ended up pinning Sakurai clean in the middle, right?
Yep.
Wasn't anything funny over the
エニグマ
top.
V4 is the
And
ト
then
ップかわい
Suzu
いオブ
grabs
ザ
the
コスモ
mic
ス
because she's like,
Ichi.
I gotta introduce myself because I have new music. I'm all by myself. I'm not with those crazy people hitting each other with light tubes. She says, everyone in Fukuoka, I am Suzu Suzuki, the face of this professional wrestling world. Something along the lines of, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna grab all the belts, blah 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 blah. Be scared of Suzu Suzuki. And then Sakurai sneaks in the ring. Is that all you have to say? Suzu, you commoner from Kyushu? And Suzu says, commoner? And of course, Sakurai goes into her bit about eating food, which is just too funny at this point. What are you going to do after winning the Rumble? By the way, like the rest of the common people, you're probably or what does she say? It's like I'm gonna eat the highest quality food that I don't understand what it is, but you and the rest of the commoners will eat a single menteco. Please share and eat, and that's just Sakurai being Sakurai. It's fantastic.
Yes.
So if anything else, a Suzu versus Sakurai match could end up being fun. I mean, Sakurai comes out and calls her a commoner.
You know what
What?
else
I
is
mean,
fun?
that's a pretty big insult.
You know what else is fun, and it segues perfectly. Is Enigma before paying me another dollar to talk about how he said talk about why Hanan should beat Mina for the white belt, which is just I talked about it.
Oh, thanks, Enigma.
Thanks, dude.
Boy. Uh, hmm. I want to. Hmm. I feel like I was gonna drive the Hanan bus, like all the way to the top, and
Off the
but that's
mountain.
like assuming she was gonna like win the Cinderella. But
Yeah.
right now, I mean, there's just Hanan just doesn't fit in yet. I mean, Mina's got a fight coming up against Tam. I mean, like, she's got big fish to fry, and
I
I don't
think
know.
she would
Hanan's not
be
there yet.
a
She's
yeah, in 10 years she'll be a great white belt champion. Maybe 5.
No, she could do it by the end of the year, but she
No,
just needs to squeeze herself into the story. She needs to jump her or do something to get all up in her business.
that's crazy.
So yeah, it is crazy awesome.
Crazy not going to happen.
Well, no, of course not.
Yeah.
But it'd be awesome.
It would be a thing for sure. Oh, how about you talk about our? Is this our match of the month? Myu and Hanan versus Club Venus.
It would have been until I saw the main event.
Huh. I disagree. But let's talk about the match of my match of the month.
And
Hanan.
Mayu finally like decided to get a good partner. So the
Yeah.
icon and the future icon teaming up for like team. I think they just called themselves like Team Icon. The Iconics. I think that's what they called themselves, right?
Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah. It's they go up against Jesse and Mariah May, and I mean it's Hanan's fantastic, and even Jesse's coming around to me a little bit. I mean she's just fine in tag matches. She comes in, she does her 5 moves, she gets in, she gets out. She hasn't hurt anybody.
Oh, she tries to.
Well, I mean, they all try to, but it's really hard to hurt Mayu.
Yeah, well, they certainly tried really hard. Hanan is realizing she's the biggest girl in the ring. That's pretty cool. You know, she's stopped wrestling she's when she was 12 years old and started like laying bitches out. It's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, she's big and she's super
She's
strong.
like she's like, "Hey, I can do 85% of what Mayu can do." Like she's doing she can't quite do a moonsault, I don't think, but she's got all the other moves down.
Hey, they keep teaming up together. They might just try. But that
Um
match ends with a beautiful moonsault. Myu Utami onto Jesse for the 1, 2, 3. And that's how it's done. I mean, that's a good moonsault. All the Io Shirai Genius of the Sky fans, like
yeah.
the Mayu moonsault is where it's at. I just don't get the Io thing.
You can't call yourself is the genius how she doesn't break her neck like falling like a sack of bricks every time.
At least you see it too. This weekend at Backlash, I thought her like it was like the best Io match I've ever seen in my life. But
Yeah.
like being a WWE and NXT fan, like I was all in. Well, I don't even know where Asuka came from, but I was all in on Asuka. I was all in on Kyrie, and then like I just never got Io, which is funny because then I start watching Stardom, and apparently Io was the greatest of all time. I'm like, man, boy, do I not see it in the States. And that just reminded me of it because I saw a picture perfect, awesome, just defining gravity moonsault. And for some reason, 95-pound Io Shirai does a moonsault and looks like she falls like a ton of bricks.
Well, that's like a good segue because remember I was telling you before Starlight Kid when she wrestles people from her past, like when she was still in Stars. Like if they haven't seen her as like the new Starlight Kid, she's got like a chip on her shoulder. Like I gotta show this bitch that I'm not a child anymore. This is a picture of when she fought. Well, cause what's the next match? Next match was Ruaka. Wait. yeah. Starlight and Ruaka versus Tam and Soriano.
Yeah, so we're slowly but surely bopping through this pay-per-view. So, if anyone doesn't want a spoiler alert, or spoiler alert here, if anyone doesn't want to hear it, feel free to meet us on the other side. I thought it was weird Tam being the red belt champion being this early in the show, but that's fine. She was still making sure the crowd was warmed up as she teams with Big Natsupoy, Meltier 2.0 right here. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I pulled this picture off of Starlight's Twitter before the match, where she said this year's red belt champion Tam Nakano and Soriano. It's my first time facing you in about 7 years. A suitable opponent for a big match in a big place. Uh, it's not a kid's SLK anymore. Like, I love it.
Oh, that's funny. And she still basically did the picture you're showing. She basically did that same crazy backbend pin that she does now. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, she tried it on Rocka and it did not go well. Rocka doesn't bend that way.
Yeah, just Rock is a little big. Uh, they're fun. Sayoriano, am I gonna say that right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
boy,
one of those names that I just feels weird. I know I'm saying it wrong. Sorry, I think.
yeah, big Natsu point. I'll tell you what,
It's like
she
how
is.
it's like how some people say Konami and other people say Konami. You just gotta go with what's in your gut.
Yeah, Natsupoi, big Natsupoi is effing amazing.
Big Natsupoy. Yeah. Natsupoy's twin.
Yeah, she is. She is a-okay, and yet, and again, she brings her Cosmic Angels team to a victory as she does like her German into the crazy bridging pin and tries to fold over Ruaka, and oh man, poor poor girls. There we go, a Meltier 2.0 win. Then they try to Tam tries to teach her how to do delicious, and she still wasn't having it. It's sort of like the new thing to watch. There was the Waka, the Lady C win watch, the Waka win watch. Now I'm on I'm on full alert for when
It's never gonna
I
happen.
know buys in and does
No,
delicious.
it will never. It can't happen.
It's coming.
Next match: Natsuko Tora and Momo Watanabe versus Shuri and Konami. And it's
Yeah,
really
that was good.
it's good seeing Konami not get. Has she gotten her ass kicked by Shuri like 3 of the last 4 times she's come back?
Yeah, and including the match that she teamed up with Shuri in this match.
Okay,
Uh,
4 or 4.
I said going into this, I'm like, now that we've seen a bunch of her being back, I really wanted to pay attention to this match and see if I actually like Konami, and if it's just not like, oh, I miss her and I'm glad she's back. But no, like she's good. I like her. She's a good wrestler. She's the best bodyguard, and she keeps getting her ass kicked. Boy. I thought
Yeah.
by the time
Oh,
this was over, she was gonna end up leaving God's Eye. Shuri ends up buzzsaw kicking on accident, of course. Fucking caught me in the effing face in the
I don't
middle of
know
this match.
about. I don't know if on accident. Shuri can put a kick wherever she wants to put it. Just saying. Yeah, this match is really good, and it could have been we were talking about it being like match of the month quality, except for the shitty ref who was letting Oedo Tai. Not even. It wasn't even Oedo Tai's cheating. Like, is it cheating if you just beat people with bats and the ref is literally watching you? He's like, "Don't do that." That's not really
Yeah,
cheating. It's more like,
yeah, but riddle me this: is it fair? Like, if Shuri's allowed to kick, shouldn't Momo be allowed to use a bat? I mean, they're equally as dangerous,
so is a
if not.
Momo kick.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
sure. But
Well,
Shuri kicked to face. I mean, if Shuri's allowed to kick someone to the face, I mean, it's only reasonable that the opponent's got to bring in some foreign objects.
not Momo. Like, you got 3 people who can kick you into. Like, one kick gives you CTE, and then you have Tora. Like, she should be allowed to use a pipe if she wants it. I'll agree with
Yeah,
that. Not Momo.
yeah,
That's just overkill.
economy strikes are pretty good too.
Since you're asking me like to keep track on Himika, I'm like, I got nothing. But I'm like, oh, what's she been up to? Anything? Like, no, I don't think so.
Nothing on the Himiko watch.
Himika Watch 2023. Nope. It's like Bigfoot now. There might be a rare sighting somewhere. Oh, my Sakurai. Because as we're going through this, I'm also looking through Twitter. My Sakurai is a big fucking superstar. Did you know that? As well as being royalty.
No.
Yeah. So, here's a picture of her just chilling in Hollywood on her day off, apparently, with her nice classic car. So,
Nice.
yeah, she, on your off days, I know it's fight week and she's got matches every single day of the week, but she gets like an afternoon off, so she just takes her private jet, flies over to Hollywood, goes to her favorite bistro, and then flies back. At least that's how I'm picturing it.
It makes sense to me.
It could also be a picture from a really long time ago, but who am I to say? It's hard to tell because she's wearing a Anakin Skywalker shirt, and that giant F nerd probably wears that under her wrestling gear. She's also let me find it. She went to the Osaka Comic Con? Whatever Comic Con it was at. She was personally invited by Orlando Bloom, none other than Legolas from Lord of the Rings. Can you believe that? Our Lady was personally invited to Comic Con?
No.
Me neither, but she says it's true. Invited by Orlando Bloom. I flew from Kogoshima to Osaka on a private jet this morning.
That's pretty pimp.
Right? Anything else happening? Huh. Yeah, she's been like living it up, dude.
Did she call that guy a commoner?
Well, no, because she said she's watched, in her words, Lord of the Rings, which I assume means the entire trilogy, well over 100 times. She's also been doing some other shit. I think during Fight Week something happened. I think she said a promo that pissed Shuri off, so she might die.
Oh. I like that.
Oh, it's from part of one of her famous promos. Tonight, we're having. Oh, so this is before. I'm going backwards in time. So Oh man, she lives a fantastic life. Tonight, we're having Kogoshima's finest black pork and free-range chicken. You commoners should fantasize about this lady while biting into cherry blossom radishes. And so she went out and had the finest black pork and free-range chicken meal, and then she flew straight out in her private jet to meet Orlando Bloom. What a lady.
Yeah, that's she's something else, that's for sure.
And I think right here she's saying that she no longer travels in the Stardom just got a brand new bus, and I think Mayu tried to kill herself off of it in one of the house shows. But anyway,
Oh,
yeah, Mayu sees a high thing, she has to jump off of it. They finally, I think, were unveiling the new tour bus for all the girls, and my Sakurai said, "Ew, I travel by limousine, and Rossi pays for it."
that's awesome.
I mean, of course she should. Why shouldn't she travel by limousine? She's jet flying, limousine riding.
Oh, that's good. Kiss stealing.
Star Wars watching. Oh man, fucking poor Rossi, because that was like the other minor thing. He's going broke paying for my Sakurai's plane tickets and private jets and limousines, and that actually explains why Saki Kashima is always asking him for money. He hasn't got any. The guy's he's tapped out.
It's not Rossi money anymore. He's just booking. He's everything's on the Bushi Road dime at this point.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, Saki Kashima is always asking him for money at ringside, and he's never gotten any. So I assume that Sakurai's tapped him dry.
You've played a lot of those Yakuza games. Is there a world where you can believe that Rossi's the big boss?
I don't know. I've never seen it. And then in every single Yakuza game, it always ends with everyone's in a complete suit and tie like I am, and then they just like somehow magically rip it off, and they got a sick back tat. So maybe that'll happen at some point.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming Rossi takes his jacket off, and then he's all of a sudden just built like yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they can't. If I learned anything from the Yakuza games, every single old Japanese man rips off their shirt and they have a six-pack abs.
I think that's what comes with a diet of free-range chicken and noodles.
Probably. Well, that was definitely worth looking up. I was like, let me look up Himika, be on Himika Watch, nothing. I think it's going to end up being like a Bigfoot. Now, like, there's like a rare sighting here and there, and you're not really sure if it's Bigfoot.
You're just gonna get a blurry Himika picture walking through the woods.
yeah, next to Myu.
That's funny.
Oh my god, they're rinsing him dry. Oh my gosh, this is so... I feel bad for Rossi now. Vatteri's like one of the richest men in Japan. Because he's got Saki Kashima asking him for money, Sakurai. Now Mariah May said something, and then Thekla responded about Rossi, and was like, yeah, maybe you could talk to Rossi about it. I heard he likes Louis Vuitton.
Oh, jeez.
Poor man. His poor wallet. Aphrodite faced Julia and Micah, and that was a great match. I'm more interested in how it ended, though.
I like that better than the Hanan Mayu match. Yeah, the story of this was, I mean, four great wrestlers having a great wrestling match, but Micah's a bad guy now?
Yeah, it was 2-on-1 basically entire match. It must have been the same shitty ref that was letting Momo and Natsuko use weapons in front of his eyes. Because they just kept handicapping, like, literally, you're allowed a little leeway, right? Like, you know the rules better than I do. Like you tag in, you get like a certain amount of time to like get out of the ring. So of course you use it to do a tag team move. But
Yeah, you get like 5 seconds or the 5 minutes or the referee's discretion. I don't know where the fuck Saya was while it was a fucking beatdown of poor Utami.
yeah, and then the match ends where it's a 2-on-1 beatdown. The ref finally has enough, throws Julia out of the ring, and fucking Micah just cocks back and hits her with a closed fist, knocks her out.
Yeah, that was a big deal. That was sort of the turning point. Like Micah was sort of being bad guy Micah, and then she like made a big point, got the closed fist, reared back, got the warning from the referee, and Micah was just like, I don't give a. And then she starts pushing the referee around too. She's like, hey, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, well, she not. And then she hits Utami with the Micah Noku driver and beats her, but it didn't even matter because she already knocked her out with a cheap punch.
Yeah, right on the jaw. She hit her in the sweet spot.
yeah,
Fucking Tommy down.
yeah, she's not expecting that. And the crowd
No,
went
not.
crazy for her, and they're chanting Micah, Micah, and she says something like, "Yeah, thank you for the applause, but like fuck you, like I'm a different." It. I don't think it
She
translated
basically called out
great.
her heel. Yeah, she basically called out her heel turn. She's like, I've changed today.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it translated the best on the website, but she said, "Yeah, thank you, but I'm changed here."
So she lost to Natsupoy. She lost to Himika. She has
Yeah,
officially lost her smile.
but
I
she
mean, what are you supposed to
gained,
do when you're stuck with Julia all by
but
yourself? I
she
mean, that
gained
sucks.
a fair lady. That easily makes it. You lose a princess, you gain a noble lady. That's a fair trade.
I'm not so sure that um our ladyship belongs in DDM at this point.
Oh, I thought
That
okay. I thought I was gonna. I thought you were gonna say I'm not so sure that she's really royalty.
no, I mean obviously she is.
Okay.
But I mean, Julia's been a bad guy since day one, and now Micah's a bad guy. Thekla can easily be a bad guy. I mean, she's just a crazy, evil spider, toxic spider, some may say. And now we have her ladyship, one of the biggest baby faces in all of Stardom, like just telling the commoners like what they're really thinking. I
Yeah.
don't know. She doesn't belong. I think she should just join Club Venus, and no, that doesn't work either.
You know who should join Club
Her
Venus?
ladyship.
This lady.
Yeah, I think God's Eye could use a little bit of her ladyship.
I think it's time for Hanan to go Venus. That's Hanan, by the way.
What?
So that's Hanan, by the way.
Oh,
It's her time. She's moved. She's graduated from Stars. So that's the
yeah.
problem with Mayu being so good. Everyone says she's a bad leader. Like, I don't know if it's being a bad leader, but like you're never gonna get out of her shadow. You have to kind of move on. Like if you're not, unless you're comfortable just riding your coattails, which is perfectly fine. Like Hazuki.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Hazuki was a leader. Well, she's pretty cool.
I thought so too, but I don't think so. Oh, well, let's continue the show. There was an Azumi match. That happened.
Yeah, but when it was over, Kashima came out and said, I get to challenge you again because I won a certificate and I'm going to cash it in
Wait,
now. Thank you.
but didn't she just get a title shot?
Yeah, but she explains that it was like, oh, well, that match was already booked, so I didn't have to give my certificate for winning the roulette. So I'm going to cash it in now, and this time I'm going to beat you.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's
that.
almost like if you had Money in the Bank, right? And
Mhm.
but and the WWE just booked you in a title match. You don't lose your Money in the Bank thing. They did it to you. They gave you that shot for free. So that's basically what happened. She got a free shot, and now she's going to cash in the shot she earned and probably cash in and win. I think it's about time for the Saki Kashima high speed era. I
Ooh,
think she even end up with like a 3 minute matches. Like
in one shot. It's like a one shot fatality instant kill. Like she just gets in there and Kishikashi's and gets out.
yeah, I think that's how it is.
I like it. Um, what a good. Can you also watch Hazuki and Koguma FWC versus Ami and Mirai New Eras like every week?
Yeah, that was good. The new era is something else.
Double Ami two belts is fucking different, man. Like she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I told she's gotten so like just what was she about 13, 14 months in to Stardom? She is something else. She has really become really good. Mariah's been a rock the whole time, so I mean she's just a good wrestler.
Yeah,
And yeah, those two together are fun. I'm happy that they have the belts.
there
Watching them
was
going against FWC was almost like, oh man, it's like I just popped for every near fall because I'm like at this point I like them both.
um the only thing I had a problem with is they won by pinfall, which I was bummed out about because I want their gimmick to be just winning by any means necessary, like DQ, countouts, time limit draws. I want them to have a nice. I want them to be the longest reigning tag champs, and they never pin anybody.
We thought that's what they were working for. They do. There's a spot in the match where New Era take a girl and as far like away from the ring as possible, like fucking body slam them on something hard, and then run back in the ring. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna stop them from getting in the ring. This is gonna be their gimmick. They're gonna have 18 wins in a row. Like they're all gonna be from countouts, and they screwed it. Mariah and Ami sneak back in the ring through the back door at like 19 or 18. I'm like, oh, but as soon as they started fighting on the outside, I started getting so happy. They dropped the ball on that one. I was like, oh my
I
god, it's gonna happen.
someone should definitely work on that because I find that so fascinating. Like you don't have to win by pinfall or submission. Like if you get them pissed off enough where they hit you with a closed fist, like guess who wins the match? Or you drag them to the bleachers, dump them on their head, and then run back to the ring so they get counted out. That works too.
That does work. Uh, what do you think about? I believe the first time Ami goes to the top rope and dives to the outside. That was pretty cool. That happened here.
And then she followed it up. She was pumped up, I think, like a minute or so later in the match, where she's like, "Come on, Mariah!" Ah, and they both get on the apron. Mariah's like, "What's going on?" And then she just deadlifts Mariah over her head, her own tag team partner, and just chucks her on the FWC. I'm telling you, dude, it's not gonna be a long reign because they're gonna be dead, but it's gonna be impactful.
Oh my god, yeah, they've definitely turned it up a notch for sure. Yeah, Ami turning into like this beast, like
Because she is a
she's
beast. It's like one of those. Yeah, it's like you realize, like what I was saying earlier about Hanan. Like you just realize, hey, I'm bigger than these girls.
yeah, but to the point where throwing her she was throwing her opponents like to the second row. Now she's just using her own partner as a weapon, going to the apron and like tossing her. Like, yo, fucking Mariah's not a small girl. Like Mariah's also sort of a big girl, and Ami's just tossing her. There had to be a point where Mariah was like, "Can I just jump off the top rope too? That looked pretty cool." She's like, "No, I'm throwing you."
Oh,
Fucking
yeah,
nuts.
I'll check you off. And yeah, and
Yeah,
then
I'm,
Momo and Natsuko came out, and
Who ended up getting the pin? I forget.
um,
Mariah, right? She did some like crazy super clothesline from hell, I think.
oh yeah. Well, it looked really, it didn't look great from that camera angle, but this picture is showing it looks nasty. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, we watched it live. It almost looked
An elbow.
like almost just like a shoulder check or something like
Yeah.
that. And after everything we saw, we are like, oh,
Yeah, but
it's like all the crazy shit.
But looking at this photo here, I think she almost took Kokoma's head off. What did they call it? They called it for some reason everything translates to something shrimp. Which I think means
She's the shrimp.
hardened shrimp. Until I have another name for it, that's what it's called. The hardened shrimp.
Well, since this is live stream heavy and having fun and not sure it's going to record well, let's play with
Oh,
the chat
it
for a
will.
minute. Yeah, right. Uh, it's time for another Mayu betrayal. If someone's going to betray Mayu, who would you say it is?
Hang
And
on.
then has to leave leave the shadow.
Hang on a minute. She's got Koguma, who's a dummy. All she wants to do is be a bear. Same thing with Saida. She's a gorilla. Right?
So they're happy.
No, Momo Kogo, who just wants to be friends with all of Mayu's enemies.
Yeah, so they're happy. Oh well.
You got
Evil Komomo. Two evil peaches? Oh, I like that.
you got Hanan, who probably doesn't really care as much about wrestling as Mayu thinks she should. Because where was Mayu when she was 18 years old? Not in school. So she's probably like, yeah, I'm happy for you. You have like dreams and aspirations and want to be successful, but like, I'm all about wrestling, baby. And then Hazuki doesn't give a fuck. So I think she should kick them all out. Like, none of them are any good for Mayu. She's too good for stars. Is that
So the Mayu betrayal isn't someone betraying Mayu, it's Mayu turns on everybody. She's like, no, it's not stars anymore, it's star.
I'm the star.
I guess I like it.
Or maybe Mayu just goes to Club Venus. That's cool too.
What about Mariah and Xena going after the goddess belts?
That was fun. Promo. I should find that. Yeah, I like it. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, that'll be good, and that'll be a Club Venus loss though, because New Era is gonna hang on to these for a little while.
Oh well, I'm
they're
not
over.
not the way they're wrestling.
Well, but that is true, and I always have a fear. So the next challenger seems to be BMI 2001, the team of Momo Watanabe and what the fuck's her name? Natsuko Tora. So I'm always afraid whenever Tora's in a title picture because I'm like, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like she can win at any time, and that upsets me. But then again, I feel like Tora can win it at any time, and I feel like Momo keeps losing the big matches. So maybe we can get another successful defense after the out of the New Era.
Yeah, that's a good call.
How come everyone's cooler? Like now you just start thinking about it. Everyone's cooler when you start thinking of like what Momo and Starlight did is like their dark versions. So I was like Komomo, and then
because
so it brings up Hazuki or Archive Blade brings up Hazuki going back. I'm like, oh man, the cool bad guys are just cool. Let Tora. How about we trade everyone from Stars? Nah, well not everyone. All right, so Hanan, Komomo, and Hazuki is pretty cool. They go to Oedo Tai, and we trade them for Netsuko Tora, and Tora goes to Stars. I think we're good there.
Well, that's not entirely true, because is it Spider-Man 2 or no, Spider-Man 3 where he goes dark? And it doesn't work on anybody. Like, I think Momo Kogo would just be a giant dork. Like, when Tobey Maguire went dark Spider-Man, like, what's being dark for him? I'm gonna hold the door open for this old lady and not say you're welcome. I think he just liked jazz a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's
that's pretty dark.
he didn't apologize when the pizzas he delivered were there in over 30 minutes.
Well, maybe Komomo learns Kishikashi, and then it's over, and now we have her dream of the tag team of Komomo and Kashima.
Komomo's going on a big run. First of all, she's going to be the New Japan Strong Women's Champion. That's a given.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing. Did that already happen?
Maybe.
Huh. That's a show I actually wanted to watch.
Well, we're talking
I was
about
gonna say,
Komo.
well, we're spoiling this for everyone. No one spoiled that for me.
While we were talking about Komomo, I think she's finally healing from Sakurai's ass. So that's good news. She got landed on by Sakurai doing her crazy Harlem Heat leg drop from the top. And
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yo, that's a tournament that's right up your alley. I think it's a 1-day fucking thing. Isn't that your favorite style? Get in, get out.
Yeah,
Give me a champion.
The Cinderella. I love this, like, the one night Cinderella tournament. I mean, I'm not complaining about the tournament now, but I think the main event at least has to be Kogo versus Mercedes Moné, considering I've never heard of the other two people.
So do you think Monet's in this tournament? Is that how she gets her belt back so she can tour America? I still figure that's the way to go.
Oh, that's
That's why I was surprised that she lost. I thought she was going to hold the IWGP belt until she went back to WWE. I just figured she was the name recognition to fucking travel the states.
I'm trying to find the world's greatest promo from Mariah May. Yeah, I guess. As long as I don't have to see her on a Stardom show anymore, that's cool with me.
I mean, I don't. Well, she's also challenging Myu, I think, in her hometown, which doesn't bode well either.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of that stuff. Yeah, I am excited for that tournament, though. That's going to be fun. Hey, I need a. We've been rocking and rolling for a little while. I'm going to take a couple-minute break.
Hey, I found
Producer Hendrix says it's during the Long Beach pay-per-view. Sweet.
Oh, I found a promo. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my promos mixed up. There's a Mariah May promo where Mariah busts her lip up and she's not happy about it. No, that's Saki Kashima getting her ass kicked. We'll find it. We'll find it. I wish there was just actual Stardom shows to talk about or preview. They went ahead and slipped a pay-per-view in the middle of Fight Week. Oh, it's two different promos. Cool, found them. I got a couple more fun things to talk about after we get through this main event. It's next week after that. I want Komomo to do the Bully Maguire. I do too. I would even like honestly, anyone in Stardom. I want them all to do that. I still don't get Bear. Oh my gosh. Is it the... Wait, we both like Saki. Is it the second thing we agree on? We both don't get the Bear? Koguma used to be the one I didn't like the most in Stardom, but what's that phrase? Who said it? There's a wrestling promoter who used to say like to people he didn't like, "I used to think you were like the shits," but then over the years I met so much more people that sucked so much harder than you went ahead and moved up the list without doing anything. There's you and Nene, Sasha Banks. And they lowered the bar so far in different ways that like the stupid little Kuma thing, like I don't even it's is what it is. Ole Anderson. Those are words to live by too, because they're so true. It's like I used to think you were the biggest piece of crap in the world, but then so many more bigger pieces of crap showed up in my life that you went ahead and moved up the list without doing anything. The bloodline is starting. Oh, they're gonna be heels? Why can't the bloodline be good first? Why can't they be good guys? All they gotta do is get Rena to get on board. This show is actually surprisingly decent. Especially because I had, like, no idea that it was even happening. Actually, every match on it, if you take out the dumb Rumble, which, I don't really count those. I think this match, this Myu and Hanan match, is match of the year or match of the month quality. I would check out that match. You can't have a bad Starlight Kid match. Even Ruaka, you think would be like the weakest link, like in that match, because she's the only like big girl. She gets to throw her right around. It's really cool. This match could have been match of the month too if the ref, like I said, I don't mind the cheating. There's nothing I hate more though than if the ref sees you cheating, he needs to do something about it. Like you can't hit someone with a freaking, I don't care if it's a wiffle ball bat or a Ruaka's box or whatever, a piece of paper. Like you see something, ref, you better call that shit.
They never have a problem with Ruaka's box, though.
But they got a problem with a closed fist. Or wait, no, they don't.
Yeah, it's not even Ruaka throwing her box around. Everyone's playing with Ruaka's box.
That's true. Remember, Mariah
hitting
May.
Everyone in the face with Ruaka's box. It's
everyone
insane.
but Thekla. Mariah May tried to get Thekla to use Ruaka's box, and she didn't want to.
Oh yeah, Thekla. Yeah, Thekla. That wasn't happening.
I'm sure that Azumi match was fine. This match was a banger. I had some stuff on you're on Twitter that I had lined up, but if you want to talk about your favorite match of the year, Mina versus Natsupoy.
It was everything it should be. It was a fantastic pay-per-view style main event, and it was I don't know, Poi and Mina, like if they just sort of scream up until I don't know today or the Mina with the white belt, you know, mid card, right? But wow, like they had a a 20-minute match that, yeah, in my opinion, so far rivals most matches. It was just great. Natsupoi whoops Mina's ass for the first 5 minutes at least. Like whoops
Yeah.
her ass. It starts off with
it's only a 20.
match.
It's only a 20-minute match too. I should point that out. So probably more than 5 minutes, like 7 or 8.
It starts with slaps, like just like the hardest slaps to the face you've ever seen in your life. Like Natsupoi is going crazy. She's slamming her on the floor. She's giving her Germans on the apron. Like Natsupoi is kicking her ass.
Yeah.
And then eventually Mina's had enough. But it is, you want to talk the Japan strong style. These two girls put on a show and kicked each other's ass for our enjoyment.
How Well, she's got two. Somehow Natsupoi can suplex you without leaving her feet. She's got like I call it the poi sploder. You know the one.
It's like a release. It's like a released German. It's a
Yeah,
Natsupoi doesn't go down.
yeah, that's a great like a released German. Usually, that's why it baffles me. It's usually really strong people, and they're standing straight up, and they just use their strength to like get them over their head. But she's so bendy that she just like her head basically touches the ground, and you go flying.
She's so bendy, and I started to think it seems to defy all logic and gravity. It's got to be like her like the most amazing core strength in the world
Yeah,
because she just can matrixes like yeah she gives someone a girl a German and like never goes off her feet and then like matrix style is standing straight back up. It makes no sense. And then at the
like
you
this
know and
picture here, she's suplexing Mina, and Mina is going neck first into the ground. Natsupoi's head is like 6 inches off the ground, bending backwards, and she's still on her feet, but yet she won't fall over. She just pops back up.
mm-hmm. Yeah, Natsupoi is a superstar. Like if anything came out of this match is that Natsupoi and Mina are freaking superstars.
Yeah, I don't know. For some people, don't like that kind of thing. It's not the kind of thing you like. Like Mina just goes after the leg the whole match, but freaking not even Ric Flair goes after a leg the way Mina does. Like she's got so many different ways that look, and they look so brutal to like break your leg down.
Yeah, like this was a fantastic wrestling match. This was a fight forever type of match.
um, speaking of that, there's a part where they're fighting on like the top rope in the corner, and I don't know like what Mina was trying to do, trying to give her like a DDT off the top rope, and she like slipped and Poi pushed her off. And then you're like, oh, you think Poi's gonna go up the top rope, and then Mina just runs over and does like corkscrew and basically almost rips her leg off.
Yeah, a dragon screw from the yeah
Top rope.
Poise on the top rope. Mina's on the floor, and she knocks her, brings her to the ground with a dragon screw. Now that's working a limb. Oh,
Yeah, and you're definitely right. Well, it wasn't not even that I don't like Mina. You know I love Mina. I was just bummed out for Saya. I'm like, man, just when I got on board, they take it away from me.
yeah, but all it took was one defense, and against fucking Natsupoy of all
Uh,
people.
no, all it took was one upcoming match where I don't know, Tam Nakano versus Mina, and both the belts are on the line.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing it, which probably means they'll go the 30-minute distance, which is probably fine, and it'll be awesome. But I don't know if one of these two lunatics end up with two belts.
that's a,
What
that's
the hell?
that made me laugh when we were watching. It's the only time I ever watched the Stardom pay per view live, and it's like 6 in the morning at this point. The pay per view, the Myu Mercedes match is like 10-15 minutes into the match. And then Chris goes, now remember, folks, like this is a New Japan belt, so it's not a 30-minute time limit. It could go 60. And everyone's like, oh no. But yeah, as long as Mina wins, I'm all on board the Club Venus train.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. But it could.
And it should. And it
Tam
will.
Nakano's the real deal. I mean, Mina's the traitor.
I don't think so.
The show ends with a celebration. A cork popping, champagne drinking, the bubbly. Oh, Club Venus comes out. Club Venus is number one. Club Venus is here. Waka has a new role. She's not just the hype man while people dance around her. She brings out the champagne, and she, for what it's worth, I thought she was going to lose an eyeball. I don't know. She might not have ever opened a champagne bottle before, but Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Judging by the way she's dressed, and her and Mariah May have probably hit the clubs once or twice this week.
She says, Chan, Mina, champ is here.
Did we?
Speaking of, oh my god, their comments.
Archon. Yeah, Archon and Enigma agreed. Then we learned nothing from when New Japan merges belts together. Well, we said maybe that's why the white belt looks so dirty. They're like, well, maybe they just want to get a new one. Like, we can't wash it anymore. We need to merge these belts, get a new one.
That, or they want the New Japan belt to be a thing, and they got to get rid of the white belt.
No fucking way.
Bring back the fucking SWA belt and give it to Thekla already. So Natsupoy got her ass handed to her and like basically stomped into a puddle of blood, sweat, and tears. And then after
she said, it hurts so bad I can't even sit in the chair.
yeah, and it says Nakano, I'm crying, and Natsupoy says, I'm not crying. Like, why is Tam always gotta cry?
She's like, it's a point. Show me where it hurts. She's like, everything.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to have a double champion, I hope she's a Venus. Whoa, is that above? I didn't even think about that. So you could be the cutest in the world, but Tam said, no, I'm the cutest basically in the universe. So then Mina said, yeah, but I'm the like goddess of love and beauty. Like, is that above the universe?
Well, I think that's the whole Venus thing, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
you know.
Is that above the universe? Yeah, I think so. Right?
Well, I mean, she's a god.
If you're a god, if you're a sex god, or a Venus, and you drink a little bit of the bubbly.
Yeah, did you notice at the end? It's funny because they don't translate everything, and the little bit I caught a little bit at the end that was funny. So like Mina like slams the champagne, and she must not be a drinker because it's just like champagne. You're there, she just didn't like it, so she makes a funny face, and then the glass is empty, and she says like moi or moipai. So it's like more another glass, please. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. Then they all laugh.
Enigma's got a good point. He said goddess of love and beauty. Isn't that just Aphrodite? What the
Oh yeah.
Well, you know.
Well, Venus, I think, is like the astrological thing, but you know what? Yeah, Aphrodite. Oh no.
Well,
are you telling me that Aphrodite has to join Club Venus?
I would
Club
love to
Venus
see.
is on a hostile takeover.
I would love to see at least one match of replace that match they did with Thekla and Club Venus, just Utami being like, these fucking people while they're bouncing around and partying, and she's like, can we just have our match, please? I need my Tylenol.
Has Waka never looked so happy?
She's always
She
happy.
but she spent the last year and a half like looking serious and crying. Now she's fucking wearing a freaking tube top, drinking bubbly, hanging out with the blondes.
That's
I think she's loving life.
That's Club Venus for you.
And she's beating Lady C in tournaments. I mean, not only is she like living the life, but she's winning.
Well, to bring it all back around, how we started the podcast, we found out that Lady C likes to enjoy a little bit of the bubbly. Are you saying that she needs to join Club Venus?
Does she have the appropriate resume?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And some.
All right.
She meets the qualifications.
She meets the qualifications. Okay. Well, then Lady C needs a role change. Lady C is not Queen's Quest.
Yeah, maybe that's her problem. Oh, maybe that's her problem. Like, you're right. Waka's finally like, she just doesn't fit. Kind of like how, fuck Jessie. Make Jessie Queen's Quest. She's a bad bitch.
I
And
could see that. I
yeah,
could almost see Zeta as Queen's Quest too, honestly, even though I like her.
I
The
like it.
two brunettes that almost joined, like, yeah, they seem like the badasses.
Or Utami just leaves all those losers behind. That too.
Well, we were under the assumption that when Lady C was a free agent, she was just going to make her own stable. I don't know
You
why
know,
that didn't happen.
huh?
I mean, the roster's
You
growing.
know,
There's got to be a new. Well, I guess Club Venus is the newest one, right? Well, there's room for another new one. There's still a lot of free agents out there.
I've been saying I need
Couple.
my Utami to go off vacation, red belt vacation, and go back to being a red queen, and I want her to win the red belt. But if Mina's gonna go ahead and unify the belts, that's the only thing bigger than being the red belt champ is Utami beating her the pay per view after that for both the belts. I like it.
Didn't, or was it? How did they get the belts? Because they don't unify the belts. How did they get the belts off of when like Utami had 5 belts? And did you say Mayu had them both onnes? Is it a
Um,
point where they just choose one to drop? Like
no,
they're like, oh,
Shuri.
I'm here. You guys take this shitty belt and have a tournament or something.
Shuri said, I'm starting to get like a problem with my rotator cuff holding this SWA belt they won't let me defend. So I'm just going to put it in the trash. And
Yeah, that was the Shuri one. She's just like, yeah, I'm done with this one. I gotta
Utami,
concentrate on the red belt.
Utami, I think, did the same thing with the SWA belt and the Futures belt.
And the women of wrestling belt or whatever England the
And then, yeah,
the belt out of England, whatever that was.
and then she was
Yeah, she
still the
basically is like,
tag
yeah, I'm good
champ.
here too.
Yeah, she was still the
Yeah.
tag champ, and then I think Saya ruined that for them.
Ah, Saya.
All you had to, God, whatever. We already got to see Utami 4 belts, so can't complain.
Well, no, well, I'm interested in the history because I want to know how Mina becomes Mina 2 belts, and then but then they get one off without like ruining the history. That's what Japan did. They just start all over. You can't just
Oh,
fucking delete history of a belt. Pro Wrestling Eve. That's what Enigma's here for.
think
The
of
women of
a.
wrestling thing.
Here's
The only thing
funny.
I can think of at this time of night. It's closing in on midnight. I opened a brewski because I figured we were winding down. I could just do it. Wow, that's all I could think of.
Well, with that, I can't wait any longer. I had 2 Mariah
have.
May promos.
Well, before you do press play,
I mean, Xena does look like Queen's
because
Quest.
Enigma says that's why I don't want the belts because of the shit New Japan did. They like erased. They erased the Intercontinental belt, and then they erased the heavyweight belt, and then they start over, and they still don't even have an Intercontinental belt. Like they wanted the Never belt to sort of slide into that role, but it's not.
Oh, well, speaking of that, because, I just love to go into numbers for no reason. Like, I went down a rabbit hole when we were talking the other day, and it was
Oh, I
very.
actually used your numbers too when I was watching wrestling with my friends. I was like,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, yeah. I told them about you could say it, but I told them the punchline that like Impact was somewhere around, or
Well, I'll say
WCW was
it
like
later.
6.
Well, yeah, so basically what I did was, and we'll get back to, like, how they just ruined the history of the belt. Like, I was pissed off about the New Japan belt because what I was trying to do was because Roman Reigns, maybe because it was because of Backlash, and I just saw Roman Reigns has been a nice long champion. I was like, on average, how many title changes for the big world title does each company have? So I just took like, since the belt's been around, how many champions have there been, and how many years? Like simple math. And first of all, it was very annoying when like companies like New Japan decide to just erase the belt. So then I got to go to a different Wikipedia page, and it's like, oh, there's only 7 world champions in like 60 years. That's not right. So that was annoying. But here, I had some interesting numbers. So no surprise here. What I like how you put it. The best pound for pound wrestling in the world.
Uh huh.
turns out it's just the best wrestling in the world. They average about I'm just going to give you the exact numbers. It's a little weird. 1.3 title changes a year for the world champion. So you take out the Julia reign and you take out like when I think someone got injured, maybe Myu. So like they average like a champion a year, which is like pretty good because that like if you have too little, I guess that's not always a problem, but it could get boring. And too much means you're just a shit show because you're not
No, but
planning
that's
out.
where the 1.3 is good, which means every now and again you're going to get a 16-month reign. Every now and again you're going to get a 6 months reign, but the
Yeah.
average is closer to a year. Yeah, I think that's a perfect strategy for your main belt. It makes it mean something.
Compare that to New Japan, and they average 2.2, so like a whole extra title change a year.
Which is crazy because fucking Okada once had a fucking Roman Reigns style run.
And
So that's how,
probably
like, when you have a 3-year run, that means they had years with like, well, just I mean, shit.
put
Just,
it-
what, last year or 2 years ago they had like 4.
yeah. And then I compare. Well, actually, I started with WWE thinking like, man, they probably suck, right? But they're right on par with New Japan. New Japan is 2.2, WWE 2.4. Which I'm like, whoa! I thought WWE was way worse. They hand out belts like they're candy. But then you said, wait a minute. You should start at WrestleMania 1, like really, like not WWF era. And
Yeah,
if
because you got to cut out the fucking,
Bruno and
the 60s and 70s with the 8-year reigns.
yeah, if you start at WrestleMania 1, WWE jumps from 2.4 to 3.4. Which you made a funny point. You're like, well, that means for every champion that reigns for 2 years, that means there's like, I don't know how the math works, like 12 2-month reigns.
Oh yeah, it does get crazy when you think about it as an average. Yeah. Because if Romans had it for 3 years and the average is 2, like there was a lot of title changes. Well, there's a lot of title changes in the there wasn't long reigns, I don't think, in the super popular Attitude Era, right?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
they just kept beating each other every, quarterly, basically.
and here's my last two, which I found interesting. I did TNA, and they're at 3.5, which gave me
even more.
just WWE since WrestleMania 1's 3.4 title changes a year for the world title to 3.5 for TNA. So I had two thoughts. A, is that because TNA was just trying to be WWE light, so they just copied their system? Or B, Impact TNA is a shit show, and so is WWE. Those are the two options. But then finally, I said, let's go to the biggest shit show in all of wrestling, WCW, and they averaged like 6.2 champions or world title changes a year, which is fucking crazy because the belt was only around for like 10 years. So you saw a new champion like averaging almost like once a month, or more than once a month.
Yeah, that's insane.
I don't know what anything that has to do. I just thought I did those numbers. I thought I'd share them. Maybe it becomes like a short at some point. I'll name it like Scott Steiner math or Natsupoy math.
No, man, that's actually super interesting. I brought it up to my brother the other day. I was like, because they were talking about title. We were talking about title raids. I was like, you want to hear something interesting?
It's funny when you put like numbers to it, like, and I'm sure the numbers aren't accurate because, as we were complaining about, like with New Japan, every company does it where they rename the belt 17 times. Like the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the WWE World Champion, the WWE World Heavyweight United States Intercontinental, it just keeps getting, and they all have different Wikipedia pages for no reason. So I'm sure the numbers aren't completely accurate, but whatever. Like New Japan has been around since 72, right?
Yeah.
And when I looked up their world title, it was like Inoki was the first champion in like 85. So like there's the whole 13, 14 years where they must have had a different title. But whatever.
Yeah, they have a funny past.
Here's Mariah May.
Mariah! Look what you did to the princess's lip, the real princess of Stardom. Haven't you ever heard of the foreign ruler? Because Xena from Australia and Mariah from the UK are coming for the Goddess of Stardom championships. So, watch your back, and Ami, watch your hair extensions. Hasami!
She's so funny.
Mariah!
Look what you did to the princess's lip. Yeah, you bitch. I told you there was two fight. She said she's the real princess. I keep telling you, like, wait, isn't Mariah May the fighting princess? And you're like, what? You're like, well, they keep calling Mariah the fighting princess. You can't have two fighting princess. That's just silly. Where is it? There's another one. Oh, I think it's further down. The other one I'm trying to find is where I'm like, man, Mariah May fucking does it all, dude.
You were telling me about one where she called Waka in.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh. Whoop.
Oh, where is it? Whoop whoop. Oh yeah, Julia's a I don't know how to bring this up. Julia posted this right here, and she said, "This is what I'll show you what a real woman looks like." She's a lunatic.
She makes one attractive man.
Damn straight. Not straight. Or maybe I had to go further down. Let's see. Where the fuck is it? Why do they gotta... If you guys...
For what it's worth, if it helps you out, you saw it yesterday, because before we started watching the show, you said Mariah May is the greatest wrestler of all time because of that promo.
So I just get distracted. I'm like, how about Hanan with the Kogo pose? That's cute.
I know she moved it around. Now she does like the turnaround, then the face point.
I thought it was because like I thought she responded to it. I thought it was because she was hurt. She was doing it for like, I'm thinking about you. Oh, I think I went down too far, but this is great. This is something I would do. Mariah May Photoshop Shuri into this picture. Shuri goes in the top rope. And
is she trying to recruit Shuri? That'd be pretty funny.
I like how crappy it is too, because that's totally what I would do. It makes it better. Yeah, she said that oh, they lost. It's frustrating to lose, but at least Shuri San's gonna join Club Venus. Yay.
Yeah, Mariah May's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, she's great. Let's find this here. Whoop. I'd probably pass it 10 times and not realizing it. Whoop. I'm sure everyone knows what we're talking about, right? Whoop whoop. Whoop. I just told you when.
If you turn your speakers up loud enough, like, you know, some people, like Cody does that every time he throws a fucking punch. He goes boom, boom. You know, because he's like such a shit worker. But Mariah May's such a good worker. Every time she does any move, she goes whoop.
Or Cody's. Fuck you. I would say that too if I hit a guy with a really cool.
I don't know if it's. I never noticed it before as much as this weekend. I don't know if it's a fucking WWE mics or what, but Jesus Christ, he yells every strike he throws.
Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. Oh, it's right here. Let's just scroll up like one more time. All right, this is worth listening to. Actually, the live stream's pretty caught up.
Yeah, Club Venus is here! On top of the world. So today's very hot. So but I'm not tired.
You're never
I'm
tired.
still
Mina.
flying.
You're the best.
Yeah.
Mina white belt. Mina red belt.
Yeah.
Mina IWGP belt.
Yeah.
Never gets tired.
And you guys want to?
Goddess of Stardom.
Go to the Stardom, man. 私は月山にフューチャーを巻いてもらいたい。みんなでベルトホルダーになるのが。
Hey, Waka, come here.
You want
Future Stardom.
フューチャーベルト絶対取るからな。剣王者、それアミ。お前はリナにきっと勝つだろう。そしたら次の挑戦者は私だ。オッケー。フューチャー未来もある、希望もある。そしてファンタスティック素晴らしい。みんなでベルトを持ちましょう。オッケー。
Oh, and I want the SWA belt.
Hey, Waka, come here.
I like this future of Stardom.
You want
Future Stardom.
フューチャーベルト絶対取るからな。
Hey, Waka, come here. It's future champion.
Hey, Waka, come here.
You want
Future Stardom.
フューチャーベルト絶対取るからな。
Oh, that's the other thing she did. She was messing with Shuri, where she photoshopped her ends like she wants her to join Club Venus. And Konami was accidentally roasted Shuri, or she was like, "No, Shuri's not sexy. No." Like she can't join Club Venus. I think she was trying to
Can
be
Waka-
helpful.
Can Waka be a future champion?
Apparently, she can be whatever she wants. Future's bright. Oh, and then
Yeah, but
she was messing with Koguma too. It's the first time I've ever seen Has Koguma ever not wanted someone else to do the bear pose? She doesn't want Mariah May to do it. So that's huge. Oh, that leads right into the other thing I had lined up. What has happened? This is why we need a camera outside the ring on every single Stardom show all the time. How did this happen? Mayu. If you ever wonder, like, when there's a double team or something happening inside the ring, and you're like, "Where's Mayu to break it up?"
apparently she's in a Tam pretzel.
I don't want to turn up too loud, but Mayu's the whole time like, "Ah, stop." What is happening? How do you get in this predicament? And this is your icon.
Well, it's Tam. What are you gonna do?
All right, well, I don't care who wins. Someone's a double champion. Mayu 3 belts. Give her all the belts. We've been complaining a lot. We've been complaining how she's had nothing to do for 2 years. Maybe they're gonna overcompensate. What else did I have? Was this that? Oh, for May 4th. And, oh, this is after Tommy got. I have seen this, but I don't know what match it was from. This is after they lost, because I mean they shouldn't be upset. The bitch Micah gave her a closed fist. What more do you want? Oh, they translated it. Yo, what the fuck, Saya?
そういう意味じゃなくて、ユニットとしてなんか慣れ合っちゃってる部分があるっていうか。
で今日
Kick her out. You're the leader.
いや、そういう意味じゃない。そういう意味じゃないです。じゃあ助けに来てくれたらよかったじゃん。
Yeah, Saya.
Oh, they're mad at each other. That's
Weren't you-
awesome.
Isn't that what we were saying? It's like, where was Saya
Yeah,
the whole
match.
time?
We're like, where's Saya during this fucking
Been
beatdown?
crying on the outside, probably. Would have been nice if you'd have helped me a little bit.
来てくれたらよかったじゃん。タッグ組んでるのさ。
Aw. I mean, she did deserve it.
Why are they mad at each other?
なのになんで隣のお前がそんなこと
She-
言うんだよ
Yeah, how you gonna say that to Utami?
いやうたみさんのせいじゃないって言ってるじゃん隣にいるお前が一番分かってるなんでそんなこと言うんだって言ってんだよ
Yeah, how you gonna say that?
Oh no.
Oh, there's more story? Well,
Yeah, on the show that still isn't uploaded. This is the 5th.
Saya!
No! Oh, I smell a breakup.
Oh, the 6?
Oh, now you just oh, I'm catching all the spoilers.
Oh, no!
Oh, no. Apparently, Tommy's just getting her ass kicked.
Apparently, she's got an
All
awful
week.
tag team partner. And
That's
it's-
not okay.
It's, you know what? It's fight week. You got to travel a lot, fight a lot. You're tired. You're beat up. It'd be nice if she had a tag team partner that didn't hit her in the face, though. That'd be cool.
Maybe it's time for her and Lady C to make the run. They're
Yeah.
supposed to be tag team champions by now.
Yeah. Do you know what? She probably always blames Utami for her losses. What did she say?
ここ最近大事な
Lately, we've lost a lot of important matches.
負けが続いてる何それ
Couldn't say, yeah, what the hell? Is it because of me? I'm with Utami on that one. Oh, this thing again. This is also a good pause. Everything about this photo. This might be the thumbnail for the. Oh, God. What is it called? The podcast. Slip it in there somewhere. Or
Put
this.
your last one on there.
Or you want like I'll show it. Club Venus.
That's Hendrix's favorite video or picture.
Uh-huh. I think this is the new thumbnail for every video. It gets the clicks, baby. Why is she in a record store taking a shower?
Where do you shower?
In Barnes and Nobles.
Oh, well, it's close.
Yeah. Well, actually, I shower in the cell block. Right.
Damn
So-
right.
Ooh. He's not my favorite. Hendrix, what's your favorite? I'll look it up. What's your favorite picture? You know, another reason why I'm leaving this up is because I innocently had a picture of Utami up one time, and I think it was when they were doing their New Year's thing. You know, where they're all like around a pool,
Yeah.
and Utami was just in like a shorts and a t-shirt, but like she was wet. She must have got pushed in a pool or something. And then someone came back while we were doing our Joshi draft, and was like, "Why is there a wet Utami on my TV?"
It's pretty funny.
So I'm just leaving this up in case anyone happens to walk by in your living room. All right, I'm gonna leave it up until Hendrix tells me what his real favorite photo is.
Juno, before this is over, thank yous are in order from tonight's stream to Enigma and Twilight Dream, aka another fake Tam Nakano, for donations. Also, the creators tier on Patreon, Chicken Brain, Jake Ebert, and producer Cedar Tiger. Thank you all. And might as well just throw on the Dollar Stardom fans on Patreon is Opie Lover, Quincy, Twilight the Dream, and Rick Archon, General Reaper Blade.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you.
You're gonna start working on the anime voice.
Oh, start working on your Tam Idol voice.
Thank you.
I feel that, Rainbow Warrior, except for Utami.
I will never give up making Mina my wife.
Oh, I should.
Well, you gotta have big goals.
All right, I think I got to close out the stream. Send Utami a message.
Feel like I saw that time that like Sai's been a real bitch to you this week, and
Mhm.
you know, just so you know, you're like I'm on your side.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Jacob got 2 likes. When was the last time you got a new Tommy Rose?
I don't care about likes. I got Utami Rose. I have said that about before. People are like, I think that is really cool, but people will be like, and then I got a retweet from blah 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 blah, which is cool. But I'm like, I don't need to get my name said on a live stream or a share or a like or a
You
retweet.
Dude, you fucking and
No,
I wouldn't blame you because I would have done the same thing, but you replayed your Dirty Dutch Mantel saying your name, and I would have done the same thing if I were you. That stuff
no,
is awesome.
no. That was for you, and that was a funny story that this. I'm just listening to this thing I forgot I asked a question in, and I just say my name.
Hey,
Like,
that's
oh,
my name.
I'm like, why am I the
Hey, I
fuck?
asked that question.
Yeah,
I'm on a podcast.
I forgot I asked the question. I'm like, who's for a second there? I'm like, wait, who's pretending to be me? And I'm like, wait,
That's
why would
funny.
they?
There's a fake Juno out there? Oh no.
But why? I'm like, why would they use my name to like? They could have done anything, and they're asking Dutch Mantell a question.
Kevin said try messaging Mayu. She can't receive my
I'll try.
messages right now.
Yeah, let me try it right now. Let's see what happens. Hey, is she? Oh, man, there's like a glitch that happens on Instagram or whatever this is. I don't know what app I'm even on. Where, anyways, annoying glitch.
Archon wants to know. He's a wrestling fan, and he wants to know what your question was to Dutch. It was a good one. It was after the media scrum, wasn't it? Wasn't it about locker rooms?
Um. Okay.
It was a decent wrestling question
Okay.
to
So I watched
ask an old
that.
time wrestler.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
right after the CM Punk thing, whatever you want to call it. Where he freaked out in the press conference. Like, we'll not get into if. Well, anyways, and
I know you can't take a side on CM Punk. That's worse than fucking politics.
saying
You want to get people to fucking unsubscribe. Give your take on CM Punk.
Well, that's why I said whether you like it or hate it, it was a meltdown.
Well, it's definitely a meltdown.
Yeah, so Dutch decided to do like a random live stream. Can I find at least a happy Utami while this is happening? They're pissed off. How about her nephew? I probably will post.
Well, while you're looking for something,
I found
I
that
like Dutch. Dutch's thing is really good.
I
He's
found
an old guy that like isn't cranky and he's just trying to put on an old show.
yeah. I found this really cute. It's from like one of her sister posted like got the poster for her homecoming show, and he just obviously
Oh, that's sweet. She
yeah
probably still lost.
yeah probably, but she just knows like it's Aunt Utami like on the picture.
Oh, that's cute. It's like she's wearing more eyeliner than I'm used to, but
Yeah, she looks mean.
but your question to Dutch, that is a cute poster.
Yeah, so I don't think he does that Q&A, but it was just like he had to go live because it was such a big thing. And It was right when I started the YouTube community page, and I was like, thinking me, because I don't know. I'm like, I was worried about that at the time. Like, well, what if I post something and no one responds? So I'm like, well, I better leave a question to get nothing of it. And it was basically like, I don't remember the exact words, but like wrestlers, because like the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega kind of run a lot of stuff backstage. I'm like, anything he has to, any thoughts he has about like wrestlers running things backstage and how that works, or how does that, like the dynamic of that, or blah 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 blah. Like basically wrestlers in position of power instead of just wrestling. Like how would that work? And he gave some good examples. Like one of them was like Jerry Lawler, and he told like a funny story, I think. And then I think he told like another story. I'm like about like WCW. I'm like, so I was like, it was interesting. So like it could be really good if you're really smart and know a lot about the wrestling business, or if you're a dick like Kevin Nash, like it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I like Dutch. He's fun. And that was a good question. And then he said your name on the show.
Yeah, that's what freaked me out. I'm like, whoa, you expect to hear your...
That's funny. I listen to talk radio and they'll be like, "And Mark from Buffalo," and I'm like, "Wait, I'm Mark. Is that me?" I'm like, "Oh no, there's more than one. There's less Junos out there, I guess." You know what? Speaking of, like, oh, you know what? I think Hendrix big timed me. I sent him a Discord friend request so I could start like a conversation with you two, because apparently you can't like do little group conversations, and I wanted to make a friendly wager on the fucking shitty Tampa Bay Devil Rays going against my Baltimore Orioles, but then of course I got shut out tonight, so you know, wager off. But there's still 2 games left.
Oh, I don't. Should I bring? I don't think I should bring up her Saya being a bitch to Utami. She wouldn't like that.
No. It's not that. It's not really that. It's more like you need to, I think you need to be there for her. She's having a hard time. Her friend, her partner, her ex champions together, and you know what? She doesn't need to put up with that shit. And she can go to Club Venus at any time. All right, that might not get you a rose, but
Yeah, sorry, I can't think and talk at the same time. Wait, I can't type and talk,
oh
and
no, that's a.
I
Well, we
just,
figured you were just. Like,
I
what do you
just.
have going on?
That explains most of what I do. I just said I can't think and talk at the same time.
You know, it's funny. It's also go Rays. It it is funny. I mean, the scrum is like the gift that keeps on giving, and you know, it's people say it was like Tony just sat there. Is like he almost was like couldn't believe what was happening, because like Tony Khan starts the show off by starts the thing off by saying how much like uh what's his fucking Punk draws, and then the next thing you know, Punk buries every other one of his guys. It's like Tony's just like, oh my god, I'm gonna please CM Punk eat another donut. That was such an uncomfortable thing. I was like, there's a reason why wrestling doesn't have like fucking legit media scrums, you weirdo. And now actually WWE started doing that. I was watching a couple of shows where they started trying to get legit, and a couple of the wrestlers um do good at it and some of them don't. I watched was it after
Tony's react.
it might have been after Royal Rumble. Cody actually said something. You know, he actually said the AEW word on a WWE TV. I was like, oh, that's neat, I guess.
Yeah, everything about that was really weird. The part that just made me laugh though is I don't know if he meant it or if he just misspoke, but he's sitting next to the boss and he's like, "I'm trying to run a company here. I'm trying to make some money." like I said, I don't know if he misspoke or if he meant it towards like the Bucks, like I'm trying to run a business while they're dicking around. But like next to the boss, it was just so funny.
Well, speaking of Dutch, it's actually came up recently on one of his shows. He's one of the few guys I listen to with his show weekly, or at least the past like month or so. And I mean, a punk sort of came up, and he was like telling stories about OVW. He's like, yeah, he was just sort of a lunatic, like all pretty high on himself back then. Which I guess if you're going to be a successful wrestler, I mean, if you're not going to be for you, who will be, right?
And then I don't remember what happened around the same time, but Chris Jericho is funny too, where he's like, and then I had to have like, don't worry, Tony, I'll win the world title if you need me to.
Yeah. Jericho is really good at putting himself in all the right places, ain't he? Because like they're having talks, I guess, with CM Punk coming back, and Jericho's like playing moderator, and I don't even think he likes him. I don't think they like each other. He's like, he just always puts himself in the right spot. Well, yeah, watch the next fucking CM Punk like big money draw be against Chris Jericho. He knows how to put himself in the right place at the right time.
Oh God, I don't know what podcast listening to, but I think it had to be spot on where about Chris Jericho during that whole thing, and he was like trying to be such a team player and blah 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 blah, and I'll do whatever, and I'll get the guys together, and I'll be a locker room leader, and it's I don't remember who it was, but they said, yeah, well everything's falling apart. Jericho's there to like pick up the pieces, and then it comes around to whatever a year later when his contract's up. It's like, hey Tony, remember when I helped you when like CM Punk left? Why don't you add
Well, he's also brilliant too. He's like, yeah, remember when I got back in shape?
Yeah, why
Like
don't you
Jericho under a 2-year contract is like a fucking man that's been married for 20 years. And then when it's all falling apart, and or the contract's coming to an end, he's like, oh, I got a 6-pack again. Time to get single. Let's show me the money. I love that fucking Jericho.
But I will keep you updated, and if I get my next Utami Rose.
What'd you send? You might as well close us out on the DM you sent her. It's like noon over there, so it's perfect.
But it's a private conversation.
Dude, nothing's... How you... What? That sort of hurts all our feelings. Nothing's private. You showed us Wild Island. You showed us your car. You've told us about the time that you got lost on the nudist colony and got chased away with people on horseback. I mean, now we draw the line when it comes to Utami?
Listen, the guys on horseback is not. Let's not combine the two stories.
You have to combine all the stories. I'm like, you were in a nudist colony. You got chased out by guys on horseback. The next thing you know, your car is totaled. And let's not talk about the felony.
Keep the nudist colony at least 3 sentences away from guys on horseback.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, it's not normal. It's not like in my lifetime I will never look in my rearview mirror and see 2 men on horseback following me. Ever.
I don't think I've ever told any nudist colony stories, and I'm not gonna today.
Well, that's not a felony. They're there on because they choose to be.
Yeah. Okay. Because I like to put myself over. At least I'll set the scene.
I was gonna say, is that where you just do the heart out and you're like, oh, okay, and then just end the show?
Yeah, guys, if you haven't figured it out by now, it's how I end every show. Is I just hit end. So I took your advice, right? You're like, no, don't. You're not bringing it up like to rub it in her face or anything. Like she's breaking up with her
back. You understand how she feels. I had a friend that was once a dick. He brought up a car accident on a live stream, and you know what? I know how you feel.
Yeah, why'd you bring that up?
Because I'm like Saya. I'm the dick.
Also, We need like some Ko-fi donations to get him a webcam. You're totally right. Like you share all these stories, yeah, blah 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 blah, and like it's like I'm over here on webcam. It's like you need to get on webcam some too.
I know. I was thinking about it. I brought it up last week. I was looking at my setup, and I decided it needed to be postponed.
It's all right. I was a cheeseburger at one point.
There's still monthly Patreons. Like eventually, it'll work itself out, and I'll be able to buy a webcam that looks decent. I actually, I'll joking aside, I got myself like this fancy new like Samsung like 23 Ultra thing. I think like I could just like do Discord on this, and it's supposed to be like a 4K camera, so you could like see me in all my awesome glory. I'll even smell a rose like Utami.
That's kind of what I said. I just said, this is embarrassing. Don't make me say it.
I'll just say it.
No, but because it's like, we do this every time. What do you usually say that makes me sick? Because I'm not. Only took but a few sips of moonshine, and you usually say stuff that makes me like say really embarrassing stuff that I will forget, but not this time.
Well, yeah, but usually when we get stupid, it's at 2 to 3 in the morning. Like we're not
True.
nearly as like inebriated as we usually are.
That's probably it. All right, one more.
Like Juno, this doesn't sound like you. Are you sober? Like it's 5 o'clock somewhere, babe.
I didn't say that.
All right. Well, we can let's. I guess what you said. Be like, if you ever need a new tag team partner, I'm here for you. I'll clean your ring. I'll buy your roses.
I figured it was the other way around.
Why is that bright? Why is that bright blue?
Well, I don't know. What's the ingredients? Oh, there's none. Cool.
You, dude. What I tell you last? I started texting you last week. I love when it's just like hanging out and it's behind the scenes with our friends. I started texting you. I'm like, cause I I called off for work last week because we were just having fun and it was late. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna go to work. And like you're still on the live stream. I started texting you. I don't even know what we were doing, like shooting the shit about it. It was way too late, and I was like, boy, you look really tired. And you're like, and like that instantly, like that big gulp is like instantly your eyes go down. I'm like, wow, that is strong. Like you know how you know you get some weed killer or something. It's like you can see the effects in minutes. It's like, oh no, whatever you just drank. What's the ingredients? Alcohol.
64% alcohol.
And then fucking what was it? 3% blue food coloring just so it looks palatable.
Well, I think it's 64% alcohol. I think 65 officially becomes non-edible. Like they can't sell it to you.
You know, you could literally, if you ran out of gas, like you could just dump that in your car and your engine would probably fire back up.
You dick. I don't have a car.
Oh. Well, when you get a car, if you have the moonshine okay, let's just say you're driving down the road and you have the moonshine and your cup holder right up front. And then you get pulled over and you say, "Officer, it's okay. It's in case I run out of gas." I think that works.
I have Bud Light Bluetooth speaker. It looks like a Bud Light bottle.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, and I just leave it in the cup holder.
Is that why you got a ticket for the accident? They thought you were drunk?
Yeah, that's totally what happened.
No.
All right. All I said was to Tommy. I said, "Hey, if you're having a rough time, I made you a video that always cheers me up." And then I sent her a link
Yes.
to this video, and I said, "Your smile makes me happy."
Oh, that's adorable. So you're assuming that like her smile's gonna make her happy?
Works for me.
I do like it. That's adorable. Juno, you're adorable.
Shut up.
Take another shot real fast, would you? Because then you're just gonna hit end when this is over. Come on, Juno, bearing his soul for you all is worth at least another $1. And if not, when this clicks end, thank you everyone for hanging out. I'll see you in Discord. Is she hiding? This was funny.
Of course.
like-
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I'm rooting for you and Utami as long as you're rooting for me and Mina. Like, can you imagine Mina like pelvic thrusting with a burrito in one hand and a Cody weight belt in the other?
Juno, they're chanting for you to drink.
Ugh. God. And
Do you remember that the Christmas special of like Wrestling Observer with Brian Alvarez, and like he was like drinking for every donation he got, and then like a half hour in, he was
took
like
his shirt
drinking
off and
abstinence or
was
something
upside
like
down.
that. Yeah, yeah, he had to fucking do a kip ups and stuff on his live stream because he's fucking hammered.
リーパーイズザトップ
Things
カ
that
ワ
I
イ
don't
オ
do
ブザ
for a
コス
buck.
モス
hey, we got an
Why is there
extra
a wet
puck.
spot on my screen? Enigma's still the top? A Reaper? Oh, Reaper chimes in. Well done, baby. Thank you. General Reaper to the Juno Fund.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna text you and then you can say it. I don't even want to say it for $1.
What am I saying?
Exactly what I typed to you. Okay?
I thought you already told us what you typed.
No, Archon Blade. So just read that out. That's what he sent, and I don't even want to say it. Oh, where did I send that? Discord? Probably.
I see it. It's gonna. I gotta say, we like Archive Blade. You're like one of the most generous people as far as the fans go.
Yeah.
But that might not even be enough, and he might not have enough moonshine yet. Although I do know it's there. There is a secret between just me and you. He does have some pent up love. However, Archon Blade would just love to know. We need to get into your secret love for Azumi.
Yeah. Is that what's happening?
There's a burning desire. It's like it's almost it's turning into the point where I feel, well, you're already on the couch, right? It's like,
Yeah.
all right, Hendrix is calling for the super producer Hendrix. Hold on, because it's almost starting to feel like a therapy section. All right, so sit back and I think we need to talk about this.
I'm not here anymore. I'm gone.
How do we go? Did you quit? Oh, you? I'm asking. I don't even know if we're live. The couch is gone.
No, I'm just behind the couch.
You're being... I'm sorry, that's super funny because I just looked up at my screen. I'm like, I don't know if we're live, but all I see is two Tommies on a couch. If you're not going to open up to your true feelings, Juno, we can't help you if you don't come back.
Let's bring it in here. Let's set the record straight.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It's like a waterfall, dude. Like you take like a sip. That's why I take a sip right before we start the podcast. Like
Yeah, you definitely don't. I know you don't drink when we podcast because otherwise we'll just get off the rails so fast. That's why it's fun at night.
yeah, you take one right
Although, yeah,
before.
sometimes you take the edge off at the beginning.
Usually take one at like. Honestly, I would say half, but that's irresponsible. It should be like 3/4 of the way through. And then
Hey, you're back.
yeah, it's like a plateau, and then shoo. So let's bring it. Let's bring it in.
Oh my god, you're now being like transform. So we have Junami, AZ Juno, Junami works. Rainbow Warrior.
This is a message.
100%.
Because I gotta set the record straight. This is a message just for Utami.
You're zooming in. What's going on here?
Utami, I think you're a great lady. Yes, there's a language barrier, and I'm like 7,000 miles away. But there's the internet. We're talking.
Is that really how far?
Probably. But there's the internet.
Hold on. Well, let's just start over. I gotta mute myself. I shouldn't be laughing over this.
No, don't. You started it. What was I starting with? Oh, Tommy.
Hey. All right, muted again.
The internet exists. We're talking right now. It's like we can work it out. People meet on the internet all the time. So just like, let's go on a date. I'll fly over there. I don't got anything better going on. I love you.